Ah. Hello, fellow gardening enthusiasts. Welcome back to another video. So, today I'll be talking about how it started in March, what I did wrong with my no-till garden, because I did some mistakes. That's just I can't believe I did that. But before I go through my last garden year, let's enjoy today's morning sunrise. Today is minus 22 degrees Celsius and we've had a lot of snow the last days. As you can see, I wear thick layers of clothes and a very thick jacket to stay warm. The sun never rises fully. This is about 10 in the morning and it's still a bit dark. Feeding the birds in winter not only keep them alive but will keep them around until summer, and then they will benefit us during the next season and feed on insects in our garden. They also eat up all our cherries from our cherry tree. I think I must find a solution for that this year, as the tree now is 4 years old and will probably start making more fruit. Otherwise, there's not much gardening to do outside in these conditions, so I'm currently spending my time planning next year's garden, buying seeds and just hanging around drinking coffee. I have also already started a few bell pepper plants and plan to start my lavender seeds this weekend, which I will show in another video. Today I'll be in my office and I was actually planning next year's garden and thought, I have learned so much this year from all my failings and everything I've done. And as I read about soil, there's a whole new world opening, and I'm currently in a rabbit hole of fungi. Last winter I saw many YouTubers doing no-till gardening and found out I wanted to test this. So when March came, I layered my bed with cardboard and covered it back up with leaves until warmer weather might come. We skipped spring this year, which made it really difficult to plan when to seed. In the middle of May we had ice cold wind, but the sun finally came and I layered my bed with soil and started planting. And what you see here is my small test fill of corn. And then I planted spinach, broccoli and cilantro. I layered everything with grass clippings to prevent the soil from dry out and keep it moist, while the clippings were supposed to decompose and enrich the soil. I was so proud of my garden this year, but we still had really cold temperatures, so I decided to make a DIY greenhouse of plastic containers. The mistake I did was that the grass clippings of course had seeds in it from nettle and such, and what you see here is me planting a weed garden in between my vegetables. The really cold spring also made me realize that starting seeds outside in Norway is not a good idea, because we have so different kinds of weather every day, and this year I'll start my seed inside. Everything was going remarkably well in May and June. The sun was shining and warm temperatures finally came to Norway a bit later than usual, but we went straight from winter to summer temperatures, which is not ideal for gardening. We left for a 4-week vacation, and while we were away, heavy rain came and lasted the whole July. We're talking heavy, relentless downpours, and all my vegetables and dahlias actually drowned. The only thing that survived was corn and weeds. During our vacation, these sneaky little flower moths decided to throw a party in our pantry, feasting on all the dry goods. It was a nasty sight and I had to throw away everything. We removed everything, cleaned the shelves and bid farewell to anything past its expiration date. It was a huge job and I threw away food for thousands. Once everything was clean and sanitized, we decided to get rid of the old shelves and build a new pantry from scratch with built-in shelves. I will come back to that in a later video. From now on, I'm storing all my dry foods in airtight containers. This accidental project actually led to something really cool. Instead of throwing away food for a year, I decided to start a new project that I read about during our vacation. I wanted to start trench composting, and now the flower moths gave this project a kickstart. As we only have clay in our garden, the trench composting is a great way to create soil from dirt. I dug down everything through August and September, and it decomposed remarkably fast. As it's cold and impossible to dig outside this time of year, I now store kitchen scraps in my freezer until spring to continue the project. Now I want to talk about the Norwegian weather. In Norway, summers are short-lived with sunny days and heavy pouring rain.
Welcome back to Norway.
The window of warmth and sunlight for gardening is often narrower compared to other regions. It's like trying to fit a year's worth of gardening into a few precious months.
The only thing I was supposed to do outside today was to bury some more vegetables into the trench compost.
It's all about making the most of what we have and becoming an expert at selecting hardy plants, using protective covers and optimizing every ray of sunshine to nurture the plants. Last season was actually a challenge from start to finish, as we had a really unusual cold spring, which went straight to very warm weather. One week I wore wool and warm clothing, and the next was summer days. May and June were really hot and dry. July poured down heavily every day. Then August and September were warm and dry. We finished up the season with unusual early snowfall and celebrated a white Halloween for the first time. As the snow suddenly poured down, I ran out to cut my last summer flowers before they all died. This has never happened before and summed up the gardening season of 2023 perfectly. For the next season, I've learned that I will be starting all my seeds indoors and much sooner than last year. I will also be better prepared for warm weather, for cold weather, for heavy rain, for drought. I will learn more about soil improvements, composting, and I will also continue my trench compost project. And I'm waiting for my pH meter to arrive so I can test the soil around the garden. I learned so much from this challenging garden year and am better prepared for the next season. So thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.